Hi, this is Allie from Allie Cats Crafts. I'm here to bring you a video on the Fall for Toile paper pumpkin kit for September 2025. In this kit, you can make 9 cards, 3 of this one, 3 of this one, 3 of this one. You get several products. I'm down to the last little bits of my products. Well, I have a couple other things. I still have this. I still haven't done anything with this whole thing. And then I have another half of one. Okay, and I have bits and pieces. So what you see on this desk, this is pretty much the remainder of what I have. So I'm going to make 1 card and 2 tags tonight with this. And you get this extra dies for this month and next month. It's for the last 3 months actually. And the circle can be used, and you could get a acorn using this and this. And the cute little leaves this month. But we did strawberries last time. You can use Hello. There's all kinds of stuff you could do with this. So I love getting these extras. And in this kit, you get stamps and tons of stuff. I don't really have much to show you, but probably the next video I'll show you all the things that I made in it anyways. So that's this one. So tonight we're going to do a card and 2 tags. So what I did was I already stamped the inside that says, "Give thanks for all our blessings." And I'll glue this in, but I want to do a little bit of stamping on it, but I need to get my stamps out. That's what I need to do. And I have my inks already. And I will get them out. Let me get them out. Where is it? I'm looking for a certain stamp. I have all my stuff kind of over here. So this is what I want to do. Is I want to put my cute little acorn down here. I gotta get my Stampin' Purist mat out. So I want to stamp it out. Put it about, make sure it's still in the camera. Right there. I love that one. Look at that. Isn't that cute, the little acorn? Really is cute. I love it. Okay. I need to get, I'm going to close this ink. That's number 1. Because if I don't, I'm going to have a problem. So now I'm going to get my cleaner. Clean my stamp off. Okay. Next thing I want to get is I want to get out my little tiny little leaves from the kit. And I would like to put a couple little leaves. One right here. And one right here. Okay, so the inside is completely done. And clean off that little cute little leaf. I love these tiny leaves. Look, this is what we got in the kit. Aren't they cute? There's 3 of them. Where's the other one? Aren't they adorable? They're so tiny, you know, and they came with the stamp, so I love them. By the way, I use crushed curry for that, to stamp those. And the card base, it is 6.5 by 5.5, folded at 2.5. So it's going to be like a thing, half fold. And this is a part of the card base, and this was cut at 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to glue it on here. Move this out of the way so I don't get glue on here. And I need to bring this out. My friend Lori, she got me the Stampin' Purist mat and also this one so I don't get glue everywhere. It's like, I never knew that. Oh wait, I forgot to do one important thing. I need to ink around the edges. That's very important. So I need to get my brown brush, which is this one. And I want to just go around the edges like this to kind of bring it out a little bit. Just like this. Okay. Then I want to do a little bit around the edges of this card base, just to kind of like, I don't know, kind of antique it. It makes it stand out more. And I used to do this all the time. I just kind of got out of the habit. But I really like to ink the edges. It's really nice. I think it's nice. So it's just something a little bit different. Okay. on the sides of this paper is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And we'll glue this on the inside, which is right here, my glue. Okay. Just like that. And then I'm going to glue this in on the outside flap. Okay. Put it right here. Get it nice and even. There we go. The next thing I want to do is I have this right here that I'm going to huff on it and ink around the edges. And that's going to go right there. And then I will do a little bit of stamping around there. So I think I'll put one right there. I need to use this. And I need a piece of scratch paper. I did not grab one, but I have my little tablet here. So I want to take and put this all the way around the edges, like so. And then I already inked around that. Move this out of the way. And I want to grab, where's it at? Oh, here it is. This is I'm going to put Autumn Wishes on here. So I'm going to kind of ink around it. As you can see, I already put some green on here. I was going to use it on different something, but I didn't. I chose not to. So I thought this is kind of cool. So I'll huff on that a little bit, bring out that ink. So I get nice little edges. And I will grab my dimensionals, which I want. And I would like to pop this up off of this. Okay. Like so. And then let me put that away. Oops. Didn't drop it on my card this time. I did pretty good. So the next thing I want to do, I want to put this here, but before I do that, this is kind of flimsy. So I need to get, now over here, I'm going to show you my mess. So over here, this is all my extra pieces. See, I have them all stacked up from different cards that I've made, and I go through them and decide what I'm going to make next. So they're all kind of sitting here. So I was going to look at all my little sentiments that I cut up. See, I die cut and did all that kind of stuff. So that's my messy side, because that's where I keep all my stuff that I'm working on still. So I thought about using that. I decided not to. So I need to get another circle, which should be this one. And I'm going to glue it to this one to kind of give a little stability. I may have to put a couple on here. Ooh, almost glued the wrong side down, silly me. Okay, yeah, that's better. So now, see how I have my words there? I want to put it over so it kind of covers up the words right there. So I know I need to go about that far, so I'll put my glue down and make sure I go in the right spot. And it's okay if it a little bit peeks out, because this is what I'm going to do. I have all these cute little things here, all this leftover stuff. So I took, and I'm going to put like this up here So notice how those words will be gone, that little leaf will be not showing. So I'm going to cover it up. Or actually, I had a plan. Let me look at it. It's going to go something like this. And I've already inked, add a little ink to this because you see how it's a little brighter now? No, I did not, actually. Let me get my inks out. I did not. I thought I did. Okay, so let's bring back in my little scratch paper for now. I'll grab my little dauber. My friend Lori gave these to me. Thank you, Lori. See, I love these. I use them all the time. They're amazing. So I'm going to make this yellow stand out a little bit more. Okay. See how much better that is? Nice and dark now. So I'll close this up. I'm going to, the yellow is crushed curry, by the way, in case I didn't tell you. And I'm going to get the pumpkin pie out and get my orange dauber. So I have these daubers and there's different shades, but I just grab the one that's orange color and use it, and it works as long as you don't like use lighter orange. And basically what you do is, if you want to clean it out, just go like this. See how there's hardly anything left in it now? I could get the other shade of orange if I want a lighter one, if I want. Okay, so there, that's darkened up now. So now what I want to do is I'm going to make this card look really cool. So I'm using all the last of the leftovers of what I have in my kit. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here, just on the bottom. And I'm going to set it right there, because I want to be able to slip these other leaves in behind it. So I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to slip it right in behind there, just like that, making sure that it doesn't go off the card. Okay? And I'm going to put this one like right about there. No, I don't want it there. I want to go up a little. Maybe right here. There we go. Then I'm going to grab this little guy and just put a few little dots and tuck them in about right there. And Cajun Craze. Now this is from the stamp set that coordinates with it. Let me see. I purchased it. It's called Amber Autumn, and you get dyes with it. So that's the dye right there. So, and I use those, and this is from the extra set of dyes, the little extra thing that you pay extra for. So I'm throwing those in there. So I basically went over to my side table and I just picked up all this stuff and I said, I'm going to use this and this. Now, this is the inside of this. And I thought, I have a ton of them. Why not use them, right? And I saw that it looked really amazing. Look at this. See how nice that looks? Just adds a little extra. So I'm using up everything that I can to finish up this cards. Tuck that one in there. So I'm just doing a lot of tucking. Let me see, I need a green one. Here's a green one. Okay. So when I'm done tucking, now I'm going to take and put this like right here. And I'm going to glue it flat because it's already dimensionalized. So I'm going to stick it right there. And if you notice, I put glue where I knew that it wouldn't go over. So there we go. Pretty cool card. We give thanks for all of our blessings. And I used all the leftover stuff. This was from another kit that was called Autumn Abundance 2024. And that's a kit when I was into Paper Pumpkin, but not that much an alternative, and I didn't know what to do. So I just kind of hardly did anything with the kit. So there's the first card. I love it. Just some extra, just all the leftovers, and I used it. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 tags. And we're going to use these leftovers again. All these leftovers are sitting over here. So I kind of came up with an idea. So the first tag, I need this too. I'll do this one after because I kind of prepped that one a little bit. I want to show you from scratch. So I had done some cards with my seniors. And this was it. I'll show you to you in the next video. And see this piece back here? When I made the kit, I cut this out of the back of that. And that's how I got that. Because, you know, if you save paper and make something else, why not? So I decided to pull that in here. So I have right here the envelope piece. I think there's only 2 left in the whole kit of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my paper cutter, and I'm going to cut off, I'll move that all the way, just the ends right there, so it's flat. And then I am going to cut this one off, same thing, to make it nice and flat. Then I want to make this so it's a nice straight all the way across. So you can kind of see it on your paper cutter, where to go. So now I got a perfect like rectangle. Well, it's not perfect, but it's a rectangle, if that makes sense. So the next thing you want to do is I have this piece of paper. Now I found in my stash, started looking at all my background stuff, I found this stamp. And I thought, that's why I thought, ooh, a tag. I gotta make a tag. So then I grabbed my pecan pie and I'm going to ink it really good. Just ink up this whole stamp. Okay, I'm gonna bring my Stampin' Pierce because this foam is not very giving on this one because it's an old stamp. So I'm going to take and put it on here. Press it down really good. Make sure I get all my edges. And then pick it up. Look at how pretty that is. I love this stamp. Okay, let me close my ink. Then I found that I could, you know what? Maybe I'll try my paper cutter. I usually like to fussy cut. So you kind of bring it in the canal and you look right here. I don't know if you can see or not. See, you stick it right in there. Okay. And then you chop or cut. And same thing here. You bring it in there, you look at it through the view. Get this out of the way. Where you barely see it, and chop. Do the same thing right here. And chop. Okay, and this last little bit. Normally I'll fussy cut it, and I thought, no, I think I'll just show you how to do it in the paper clip. See, I just like just a tiny edge around the whole thing. This, I think I'll just chop it. There. Now I want to make sure this is pretty close. So I want them all close to the same size. So this is 2 1/4 inches. So I'm going to trim this down to 2. Wait, not 2 1/4. 2 2/8. So 2 2/8. And that should match up. Perfect. Okay. So now that we have that done, now I want to do these corners so they match up with this one here. So what you do is you take and you could fold it like this. Don't try and fold it all the way and then chop. Guess what? Looks pretty good, huh? And you're going to do the same thing here. Just kind of hold it there, get in the ends just like that. And then chop. There you go. So now you have your tags. So now you'll take and line these up so they're really close to each other. And then you're going to grab your hole punch And this is the one I'm going off of. Whoops, I messed it up. See, I'm going off of this one, so I'm going to line that up, punch the hole. So now I'm going to grab this other one and do the same thing. Line it up. Punch the hole. And then the last one, same thing. We're going to get in the middle and line it up and punch the hole. Punch, just like that. So the idea of this is we're going to have this one on top, then this one will go next, and this one will go next. So they're all a little bit longer. And it's just a fun tag to do. Let me move this papers out, throw them in the trash. It's just a fun, something different tag. When I do Christmas tags, I usually do stuff like this. So that one is set like that. So now I'm going to grab my thankful stamp from the card, from the kit. And I don't want this one. I want early espresso ink. I think it'll be better. Take the early espresso, and I'm going to stamp thankful on the very top. Because I'm thankful for my friends. I almost did it again. I need to get in this habit of this. I love the stamping purse. I just need to remember to do it. So thankful. Nice. And I'm going to do that on the other tags. I need to do that. Thankful. So I'll clean off my stamp. Okay. That looks good. Close my ink up. So the next thing I want to do is I have a plan. It's gonna go, they're gonna go like this. So now we have all this fun extra stuff. What will I do with it is the question. Well, let me show you. So I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to grab my cute little leaf background stuff, and I'm going to use, I'm going to stamp that everywhere. A little different. And I want to do both of them because I'm going to do the tags. And I have sequins from a card I made. So there we go. Let's clean off this stamp. And then I want to grab my pecan pie and do this little bitty flower one, just as something extra in there. Okay, there we go. That looks good, I think. Let me clean off the stamp. Okay, and I'll show you what they look like. So you just kind of bring a little extra to them. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to set that there like that. And then what I want to do is I want to glue that. I think I have not totally come with the total design. I still have not come with the exact design. What I want to do, I may even just do something like this, because I have these little pumpkins. I still have one more pumpkin cut out. So that might be the design for this one. Yeah. Oh, one more thing that I was going to do. I have this old Martha Stewart. Okay, so remember I told you I kept things in my window at my house when I was in California? This thing is old. I'd say probably 15, 20 years. I don't know. And it makes a bow. And I'll show you what it looks like. Look at that cute little bow. I found some paper, some old paper, and I just make it. So we're gonna build a bow. We're gonna use this paper. So I need to line it up in here. So I need to cut. So you need that. You need one of these and two of these and one of those. So I got that. Now let's get another part. I need to get another one just like this. And I hope oh, it's perfect. I just needed that piece right there. Okay, so that's one of the bows. Okay, and then I was going to grab, where did it go? I had another one over here. Here it is, this one right here. My extra pieces that I've been having hanging around. And I have enough to get that bow going. So this is a great punch. If you ever made bows, well, I lost part of that bow. Here it is right there. It's hiding in my pile of extra stuff. Okay. If you ever get a bow punch, trust me, it's worth every single penny. So, how you build this bow, I will start with this one. It's very fun and easy. Make sure I'm in the camera. I am in the camera. You will take this one and you'll kind of move it around. And you could use a pencil or whatever you want. You know, you can use your take or pick tool, whatever you have handy. I just happen to have this pencil handy. So I'm going to round this around to make it easier for me. Because you want to get it you want to break down the fibers in it so it's ready to go. Okay, here's that one. Let's do this one. Because we're going to make both the bows. So there we go. So like I said, you can use anything. Here's my take or pick tool, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you grab the end of your pick or pick tool, and you can do that. See how that works? Just kind of bring it around, and now you have that one's all set. So the next thing you're going to do, this requires, to help you out, I'll show you. Let me get to them, my little jars. I have jars lined up on along my bottom of my shelf, and I use these. I have everything in jars. Like there's this, and like I have sequins. It's in jars. And what I do is I have these lids that go to it, and I just screw it in. It's really cool. So you need 4 of these to do this project, 2 for each of them. So I'm going to grab out my little paper clips. So you will take and put your glue right here. So just stick it on each one. Just give it a couple seconds to sit there. That's what I do. Go back to the first one, and you'll put it together like this, and put your little paper clip on there. So you can hold it, okay? Then you go to the next one, do the same thing. That holds it in place so you don't have to sit there and hold it forever. There's that one. And there's, get it all even as you can. Okay, and then the last one. It's not too hard. I mean, it's very easy once you know what to do. Let's put it that way. I love my punches. Seriously. Any punch that I could get, I will get. Because I think you can do so many things with punches. Okay, now I have to find all my little pieces. Oh, there it is. There's that one and that one I need. So now we'll wait for this to dry. It doesn't take very long. So the next thing, you have your little bottom part of the bow. So this one's ready. See how it's already ready that fast. So now you're going to take this one, and you're going to put glue right here. And set it on top. And put glue right there. And set this one right on top. Okay, and then just set it aside. Okay, so I'll show you that again. I might need to go in closer to kind of make it easier for you to see what I'm doing. There we go. So we'll take off our little paper clips. You're going to grab this little bow here. Put a little glue there. Place that on there like that. Put a little more glue right there and there. And place that on top and set it aside. So then you're going to go back to this one. It'll be ready. And there's your little piece that goes in the middle. You're going to kind of temporarily fold it. So you're going to take it and wrap it around. Okay? So now you got it wrapped around. You're going to put a little bit of glue right here, a little bit right there. Now you're going to take your little paper clip and do the same thing. Oops, got to do it the other way though. So take it, hold it in place just like that, and just leave it alone. And you do the same thing with this one. Just kind of wrap it around. So if you ever want to make bows like this on boxes, I did when I did boxes and a lot of stuff like that. I used to do a lot of swaps online. I kind of stopped doing it, but I really like doing that stuff. And there we go. See, that'll hold it in place. So just let it sit there for a couple minutes. While that's setting up, we will work on the card. The tag. I'm going to back out a little bit so you can see a little bit more. So they're just sitting over here doing their own thing, getting all nice and dry. Okay? So now I want to, so I'm going to probably put this right here, or might put it there. I haven't decided yet. So we're going to design this a little bit. So I think I want this here. But guess what? I need to have my ink again because it needs to be darker. See how light that is looking? Let's get this in the camera. I need to go back a little. There we go. So, see the difference between that side and that side? See? I had to turn the light on. I didn't realize I did not have the light on. So I'm going to actually do something here. Let's bring this one in so it's done. See, this is cutting right there. Right there. So I used one piece for 2 cards. Or two tags this time. So I was able to cut it that way and use it that way. Okay, now I'm going to get the, like I said, this is crushed curry. And this is pumpkin pie. And I want to darken up this little area, but I also would like to do the ends of this one. See, bringing a little bit of orange on that one. There we go. I like that a little bit better. Ooh, almost spilled my water. Kind of tipped it there for a second. Okay, so let's just put this right here so we can look and see what we're going to do. Okay, and these are ready to go. They're all ready now. So this is what I was thinking. Something like this. And then I wanted to put the pumpkins on one of them. And we could put some leaves. Let's bring in some yellow ones in here. And maybe Cajun craze. And then we could put a little bow right there. Or we could just put a bow down here and skip the pumpkins. That's the thing is, oh, you know, I kind of like this one better. So we'll put that bow, let's just put the bow there. Let's just put it there. So we'll put a little glue on the back of this, just like this. And we'll put the bow right there because I really wanted to use this bow. Push it down and let it set. Okay, now this, I know I want to put this right here. I know that much. So we'll put that right there. And I left enough room to do some tucking. And I don't know. Maybe the pumpkin, I do like the pumpkins there. So we're going to do that. We're going to put the pumpkins there. Put it right there. I still left it so that I could still tuck a little bit. And I think I want to do maybe some tiny leaves there. I don't know. Maybe just one right there. I kind of like it like that. Put one right there. And let's do 2 greens on this one. Let's just pop 2 of these greens in here. All right. My glue just does not like to stand up for me. See? I think it's because I have uneven surface over here. Things are in the way and it doesn't like it. And maybe I'll do a yellow one in the middle. Or no, I know what I'm going to do. I want to put this. Okay, I cut this in half and never used it, so I think I'll use that now. I'm going to tuck it in. Lift that up a little bit. And tuck it in just like that. There we go. I like that. So let's put some more glue around here. Make sure it stays down. There we go. Okay, so that tag is done for now. And I did not put this, oh, you know what? I will do this. Look. I will put this back here. I almost forgot about this guy. And I need to put one, where's my other leaves? Here it is, Cajun Craze. I knew I want, oop, that's the other bow. We don't want that. And I wanted to put this down here so when it shows, you can see it hanging down a little bit. Okay? Now this one, this goes on the other tag. Now this one, I need to decorate it. So I think I want to put that right there. Or no. Yeah, it's hard to decide. I'm telling you right now, it's not easy to decide. I think I'm just going to put this leaf. One right there. And then, didn't do a yellow yet. Let's do yellow. And a yellow one. There we go. Okay. So that one is done. Now let's work on this one. I used the last of all my little bitty stuff here. So let's work on this top part. And I did want to do this like I did last time. That was the plan on this one. So put it right here. And then I want to, I think that guy's going to go there. But I think I would like to do this one on this one. I did a little too high though. So it's going to hang off a little bit, kind of like that. And then I want to put my bow like right there. I know I'm doing a lot on here, huh? But I kind of, you know, I like layering. I don't do it very often, so it's like I really wanted to do some layering on this one. So let's throw this. And I have all this stuff. I need to use it. I can't just not use it, you know. Put this little guy right in here. And then let's put a green leaf up there. Do a lot of tucking. So this one's kind of cute, I think. Oh, and I ran across this, like that was from last year's thing, so Maybe I'll put that over there. See, I keep going over to my pile over here, and that's what's really cool about this pile. It just kind of, oh, here's the other leaf that I wanted. Now this I die cut. I don't know when, but it was there. There we go. Put that right there. Okay. So now we'll glue this one down. It's going to hang out right there. And put this little stump here. Just something different, you know. We'll put a little leaf right here. There we go. This is kind of like mixed media. You just kind of keep adding and adding. It's a lot of fun. And if you don't like it, toss it or recycle it for something else. It could go in a junk journal if you wanted, whatever you want. So the next thing I want to do is I want to get, and I cut it already. Where'd it go? Here it is. Some of this. Now this is called open weave trim. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to line up all the holes so they're nice and at the very top. And get them all in there. I'm going to put this through the middle here. Got to get through all 3 of the tags. And open up the top and stuff this in the middle. Okay, there's one. And do the same thing with the other. It's just a cute little fall tag. So if you have someone who has a birthday in fall or something like that, it's a nice little gift tag. Or if you just want to give it to them because you thank them, because of your friends, say thank you so much. I'm thankful for you as a friend. Or maybe your sister or your brother or your mom or dad even. This could go either way, which is really nice. And if you have, you know, like a birthday gift, it goes on birthday gifts too. And it's nice because it's just more than one. And it's a step up, basically. And a friend of mine showed me this, and I'm going, oh, that's such a good idea. A whole bunch, all in one. I love it. And decorate each one a little bit different, and it just makes it come together. So here we go. Here's the first tag. That's from the kit, that's from the kit, and that's from the kit. And that paper is, and there's the envelope flap. It's from the kit. And that's from the extra things, and the ribbon. And this is from the kit, and that's from the kit. And that is from the kit, part of the card base, and so is that. So I finished off almost every single thing in this card, in this kit. There's a few extra things. And then I made this card too. This is from the kit, that's from the kit, and the stamps and everything else is from the kit. So that's what I have. I think that's the last of my projects that I'm going to do with this kit. So thank you for watching, and please like and share my video with others. And I hope you learned something new here, and you'll have fun just kind of messing with your kit. I've been trying to teach different new things that's not been taught very much. And I'm just sharing what I know and going back to some old stuff that I used to do all the time. And I thought it'd be fun to show you. Okay, have a good evening. Bye.